Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I'm out in the woods and I'm hunting mushrooms, and actually I already know the mushroom I'm after today, which you could probably tell by the title. I don't know if this is going to be like a hunt for multiple different mushrooms if I have luck, or if I'm just going to go in to where I know I found this mushroom and go harvest them. So today we're harvesting the turkey tail. There's a lot of them around here usually. I haven't seen them in a while actually though. Whenever I see them, they're pretty much everywhere when I find them. But you find them on, rotting stumps and things like that. You don't find them on the ground. They're a shelf mushroom. And I'm very new to the mushroom hunting thing, but we're gonna go harvest them because I guess they're very good for you. And I know a lot of mushrooms are really good for you. And don't worry, I won't be picking anything that's gonna be poisonous. If I pick it, it is fine. So I've really studied on it, and it's hot out today. But I put on this jacket, even though it's hot in here. But this carries so much stuff. I've got a field guide here in this pocket, and I've got a whole bag in here, and knife and everything. So this is loaded. This is like having a donkey with me right now. But I'm the donkey. I got this huge thing full of stuff I need. So we're gonna head over into the woods this way. Right now I'm on the Amish path that goes through here, but I gotta head in that way. I believe this is where I was earlier. I've been hunting for ginseng and I haven't had any luck. It came in September 1st for Pennsylvania, and I just haven't had any luck. So we're gonna head into the woods. And if you're wondering, because I've been posting videos of ones that I did a while ago. This is the new one. So yep. But we are going to go see if we can find some mushrooms. I know 100% there's the turkey tails. And that's what this video is more than likely about. So let's head in there, and I'll see you when I get into the woods, guys. Okay, so here's my little entrance I got. You guys are on a huge tripod right now, and I'm holding that. There's a camcorder, which I'm using. But this seemed like a really good spot for ginseng for me. And I wasn't able to find any, sadly, but I'm gonna keep pushing. For the past week I've actually hunted ginseng, and I've had no luck, so I'm gonna keep going until I find some. So I believe if we're in the right spot, should be up this way, but if you look in here, it's a nice little patch. I'm gonna start camping out here soon. Look forward to that, guys. But as you can see, it's a nice little patch of woods. Definitely a good spot to look for mushrooms. First thing that came to my mind before the ginseng was mushrooms, because it's very moist in here. Very, very moist. It's got nice ground cover. There's a lot of fallen logs and stuff, which is perfect. So but yeah, like I said, I've searched this whole spot for ginseng. And I guess that's one of the pluses of hunting ginseng, is that you're gonna find mushrooms around. So I gotta remember correctly. Oh, I see the stump. See, there's mushrooms all through here. There's a mushroom. But this video may be a little long for, finding the mushroom and collecting them and then drying them, but hey, I'm having fun doing it, so you can keep the camera rolling. But actually in here, what's cool about this spot, these are all acorns that have been ate by deer and squirrels and whatever. So like all this compost, tons of acorns. So turn this thing around. But I'm still getting used to this camera. Like I said, it's huge compared to the other camera I had. And especially having this big tripod on, it's not really fun, but we're gonna get the hang of it. So right over here, I'm actually ordering a new tripod tonight, so I just have to identify. Oh, that had my hopes up. It looked like a ginseng plant. I'm having my hopes up right now, but I'm just doing a couple more steps. Let me turn the camera down for you guys. I know things will be rough filming wise until I get this camera and use it how I want to. But you guys know I like talking too much. I am going to make sure that this is what we're looking for. And actually, I've been getting a lot of help in the mushroom hunting groups. I know, hold up guys. I've been getting a lot of help in the mushroom hunting groups, and I've been asking on certain things to make sure it was actually safe, and I know what I was doing. So this is how we're going to tell if this is turkey tail. I know this is a video on finding them and using them, but we have one thing to do before I know 100% these are turkey tail, because the top looks fine. Okay, it feels good. Now, what I'm saying by when it feels good, let me take this out of my pocket. This is why I like this coat. That was stored in my pocket. But this is pretty good. It's not too hairy. I guess there's another shelf mushroom, and it's a lot hairier than this when you feel it. But this is indeed turkey tail, which is, I'm very happy. Because what I'm going to do is dry it and keep it in a jar. So whenever I want to grind it down into powder and take it that way, I can. Or if I want to store it and keep it like that for when I do tea. So, real quick here, I'm just going to make sure one last time. We're going to pull one off. Okay, I just pulled a little moss off there. I'm going to be careful with them. But this is indeed turkey tail. 100%. If you can see here, there is, I guess this would be the identifying part of the video. So you can see there's white. You see the white part of that? That's the underside. Okay, now a false one may have a white underside as well. If you look though, it's not going to really show up with my camera, but if you look, see how there's no gills? You know, like a mushroom you get at the store, there's like no gills. That's good. Now, I can't remember the exact name. I know it's, I want to say like a polypore or something is what they call the part of it where it's either gills on the underside or there's pores, or, you know, little circles pretty much. And what you want in a turkey tail, now this is the underside, keep in mind. You want tons of little circle pores. You don't want gills. You don't want slits, you know. You want pores. So here's the top of it. Now you see how that looks like a little turkey tail? It's very cool. And actually, it's the first time I'm going to be harvesting them. There's other videos and things on how to ID them. Because my camera's not the best for showing up close, and, you know, I'd rather have it shown up close and you guys can see it well. But yeah, we're gonna start harvesting these. You know, you see it. It looks like a turkey tail. You can see this stump is covered in them. I don't know what kind of tree this was, but it is covered in them. So we're gonna open our little lunch box here and pull out our plastic bag. I'm going to leave a lot of them here. You know, I'm not going to put it in like a mesh bag to spread spores, or, you know, how they say that. I'm just going to put it in a Ziploc till I get home. I couldn't find any paper bags. I was going to use a paper bag. I don't know, I just feel better using that. But we're going to harvest some here on camera. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So you can see up close there, it's actually, there's a lot of them here. It's not just one. So we're going to just start pulling them off. I might have to cut. I don't want to rip the bark off where the mycelium is. Say like that was a pretty good cut there. Yep, that was a pretty good cut. But I'm actually really glad these are turkey tail. Because what happened was, I come out here earlier hunt for ginseng, like I said. And as I come along, I took pictures of mushrooms, and I posted them on Facebook in a mushroom hunting group. And I asked, you know, what kind of mushrooms are these? And this was one of the pictures I took was of these. And, you know, in the comments, they told me these could be turkey tail. And you should go ID them and make sure they're white on the underside. And, you know, the the pores on the bottom aren't, make sure they're not gills, pretty much, you know. And indeed, I've come out and they are. So, and it feels right. There's tons of different things that they say on how to ID these. So it's probably best if you guys do some research on that. Like I said, it'll only take a couple of minutes if you're interested in doing this. But I'm making sure as I take these mushrooms off, you can see we've got a little bag here going. I'm making sure as I'm taking these mushrooms off that I'm not ripping into the bark, because the bark underneath of here, there's mycelium. You know, that's where it's kind of got into the stump, you know, and it starts the process of, you know, breaking down the stump. And then these come out of it, pretty much, you know. The mushroom is the fruit. So these come out, and that's a sign that it's really breaking it down in there. So I do not want to go in and dig in and destroy the mycelium so that it stops breaking down the stump. It's pretty much how that goes. So, cut a couple more off on camera, and then I'm going to do some work and cut quite a few. I want to fill kind of like a whole mason jar with these. I'm sure these aren't going to shrink that much whenever I put them in the dehydrator. But, yeah. So, zoom out a little bit. And, yeah. Probably 2 more here on camera, and then I'll do the rest. I don't want to bore you guys. Just making sure. Actually, that's a cluster, but I don't want to ruin the, you know, the bark there. So, there's another little group. I'm going to have to clean these more when I get home, but, you know, as of now, we should be fine. So, probably fill this bag up quite a bit, because I'm going to really get into using mushrooms as, you know, pretty much a medicine. And, so, here's the stump. I'm going to take off probably half of them, maybe a little over half, leave the rest, and then we should be set, you know, for the drying part of it. So, it's very cool. Just show you, once again, I'll show you around, and just, you guys can see what kind of spot this is before, you know, I show you that, and then we're out of here. But if you look around, there's tons of dead stumps. You can find this on coniferous forest and deciduous forest. Obviously, this is a deciduous forest. But yeah, you can see there's tons of logs around. And actually, I've searched the area, and all the other stumps, they have other mushrooms, but you look around, it's just a nice forest floor. Not a lot going on, but you know, a very good spot for mushrooms. And actually, as I walked in the spot, like I said, I just felt there'd be mushrooms all through here. And there are quite a few. In this area, I have found multiple puffballs, which are those little white ball mushrooms. And I have found a turkey, or not a turkey tail, that's what we're doing now. I have found a pheasant back mushroom. And that's actually just over there. I'll get a little video clip of that. So, yeah. So you can see what kind of area this is. Just the panning of this area gives you an idea of what you're looking for. It's nice and shaded. It's not too sunny. And yeah, it's just a good mushroom area. Very, very good. So I'm going to finish harvesting them so I don't bore you guys completely. And I will get back with you. Wish I would have got on film. There was a deer, because I was so quiet in here. There was a deer that walked up on the path. I didn't see the deer, but it was just over a bush there. And he started, you know, doing the whoo, you know, where they do that noise. I was like, what was that? And I tried to get the camera in time, but they were gone. So I'm happy. That's the bag that I got. There's the stump. You can see I didn't do any damage to it. You know, honestly, for what I got in this bag, I mean, this is probably a good 1.5 pounds of them. I mean, look what's left there. There's so many left. I ripped a little bit of bark in one spot, which I feel bad about, but it should be fine. It was only a little spot. It's just down there. You can see where that tan is. But I'm going to cover it up with soil, so maybe that will help, I don't know, keep it rotting and whatnot, but yeah, this is the bag I got. I know it's a little shiny now, but that's half of one of these big Ziploc bags. So I think that will fill probably 3/4 of a mason jar I have. But yeah, really happy with that. I'm gonna stick these into my pocket. And you see, that's why I like this. You can just jam whatever you want into your pockets and it doesn't care. I mean, look at that. There's a whole bag of mushrooms in this pocket right now. Whole bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you over to another spot really quick and show you something. Actually, I want to just show you guys like in real time how far this is from here, because it's not far at all. Oh, I'm grabbing my bag real quick. But right over here, now, literally, I started the camera back up at the same spot. If you walk this way, and you walk over here, I spotted the Pheasant Back mushroom. I thought it was, even though I asked in the group, I was like 100% sure almost that this was Pheasant Back, because I've already harvested them before. But as you can see, there is a big stump here. You can see there's the stump. And growing all around the sides of it are Pheasant Back mushrooms. And that one right there is a very good size, and it is still fresh because I felt it. So while we're drying these ones, I thought, why not dry some Pheasant Back? So I'm gonna check it, make sure there's nothing really wrong with it, and we're gonna cut it. So let me flip the screen so I can see. Here's my little knife. Bend it over this way. Cut it right there. And just like that, we have a Pheasant Back mushroom. And, yep, it's got a good smell to it. Once you find one and you smell it, you'll know exactly what to smell for. So, once again, the forest provides, and there is a nice mushroom. I'm actually gonna do this in the same video right now since there's one mushroom. And if you guys want to see more of these mushroom videos, let me know. Or, you know, like wild edibles with the ginseng or whatever. But there's a big one. Here's my hand. It's a big size. And also it's nice and fresh. Mosquito. Mosquitoes are coming out. But there's one more spot I want to check for mushrooms, you know, harvesting part. And then I'll see you guys if I find anything else actually. Okay guys, so once again, as I'm walking out of here, if you look right there, there is, I'm pretty sure it's a puffball mushroom. Since I'm not 100% sure, even if it was poisonous, I could take it home and everything, have it in a bag or whatever, not even touch it. But I don't want to harvest something that can decompose and then waste it. So you can see there, I'm going to do a little more research tonight. And if it is something edible, I will come back out and grab it. But for now, it's going to stay. But I'm sticking with that's possibly a puffball. So I'm going to leave it. And for real this time, since right there's the path now, we're going to go look in the other part of the woods. Okay guys, since I've kind of, you know, gone over my huge phobia of ticks and everything, you know, as you see, I wouldn't have done that last year. I gotta face it. I was that phobic of ticks. But it's very important to always check for them, especially when it's summertime like this. It's a good time to check for them. There's tractors going by, just ignore that. It won't last long, but just making sure there's no ticks on me. And like I said, it's a really important part, especially of being out in the woods like this. But I'm gonna unload some of these mushrooms for now, and actually you can probably see this better. But there's the bag of turkey tails, and I'm gonna set them into my bag here. I got this little basket from my four-wheeler. Dad found it at a yard sale for me. Here's something cool real quick. when I was out hunting for sang, way out in the woods there, way that way, I was just scouting. I didn't film it, you know. I just been scouting for it, and when I find it, I'll film it. But I found this nice little deer skull. So I'm gonna use that. Actually, I'm gonna make sure it's legal first if I can use this on a set, because it may be considered, you know, birds of prey can go down to it and get caught in a trap. But I was gonna use this for trapping to luring coyotes, but I'm gonna make sure first. But something really cool. And let's unload this giant mushroom that is deep down in this pocket. If you're wondering what this code is, it's Philson. They support me, and I support them. I love me and my Philson. But here it is. And like I said, with experience, actually I can say I have experience on one mushroom at least, is this Pheasant Back. And really quick, if anyone's wondering, Pheasant Back looks just like this. And like I said, make sure you do your research. You know, don't just go off what I'm saying. So you can see, this doesn't do good with really close up. It's actually doing decent. But you can see it looks like a pheasant back, you know, like the game bird, a pheasant. And you can see how that pattern is. And on the underside, you can see this has the holes, right? It's not gills, it's holes. That's what you're looking for. But like I said, here's my head. There's the mushroom. It's a big mushroom, really. It really is. I've found them a little bit bigger than this, but this is actually the first one I found that's big, and it's really soft. You know, it's not hard, it's not gone bad, or, you know, just got old. So, another really quick thing. I bought this manual. It killed me because it was $8, I think. Yeah, it was $8. It killed me because it's a piece of paper like this, but it will help me out. Just to identify, you know, some poisonous and non-poisonous mushrooms. I recommend you guys that are just getting into it also pick up some of these, because you do not want to mess with the deadly mushroom. Don't want to mess with them. And like I said, you know, if you're to pick something and then you take it home and you look it up, you do your research when you get home, and it's poisonous, what do? You know, you just wasted a decomposer. So it's important to have things like that. And now I'm realizing that this should be a two-part video for how long it is. So this will just be the harvesting part. But now we got to head up that way. But I thought I'd unload because that big pheasant back was literally just like a huge hump on the side of me. So I'm going to head up that way. That way. Okay guys, so I actually took the jacket off. I didn't want to. You can see I got cut off sleeves. But I had to take it off. It was getting too hot. And now I'm not into that part where I knew there was tons of mushrooms. So this is actually just going to be a check in this spot. You can see there's a logging path that goes through here. And I actually scouted here a couple days ago, and I saw an area where there were some mushrooms, and I couldn't ID them. I knew they were edible from seeing them before somewhere, but I couldn't remember the name. I've got my little guidebook, so we're going to double check. They might have already been eaten all the way from them slugs, but it's alright. And once again, this was from me ginseng hunting. So you can see, this is a really nice spot. I actually want to do some winter camping back in here as well, so that'd be cool. I'm super glad I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not scared of spiders or snakes or anything, so but spider webs still, they're annoying, okay? So if I remember correctly, just gotta keep walking this way. But yeah, I'll definitely do this into two parts. I don't want to make a 50-minute video on finding and dehydrating mushrooms, so why not split it in two, huh? So, okay, this is the cut where I remember the mushrooms being around. They were around this way. I know, camera angle's terrible. They were right around here. because there's the logging trail. It's actually better if I do this and not have it on me. There's a logging trail, and then it cuts off there. Spiderweb in my mouth. And where it cut off, I remember going a little bit this way. It's always good to remember these things. Remember going this way, and to the right were the mushrooms. They were over that way. So I'm going to keep looking to our right here. See if I can find them. Okay, well that sucks. Ooh, this was the log. Yep, this was the log. They're gone. Well, they could decompose that fast. But I'll leave this part in the video just to show you this area of woods that I'm in. Because it's really cool back here. Like, let me open the tripod. I'm going to see if I can show you how dark it is back in here. Like, I know the camera has really good brightness, so it keeps it nice and bright. But I'm just going to scout for a second here on camera. I'm pretty sure that was the log. I'm like 90% sure that was the log. So. Another false ginseng plant. I think that was actually a small blackberry plant. But yeah, like I was saying, this was the area those mushrooms were in, and I'm not seeing them. So that might conclude this video. Off camera for a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and search. But other than that, might be the end of this video. So there'll be an outro in a second if I don't find any mushrooms. So let me go and look for them. Okay guys, so I successfully got this out of my annoying pocket. You can see here's our little guide. And you know, I'm pretty sure without looking on here they're oyster mushrooms. I'm gonna go with they are, but there's actually a picture of an oyster mushroom in here and a little information on it. So, if I'm correct, those should be oyster mushrooms. Now the problem with these is there's a slug here. They're eating quite a bit, so I'm not going to really be able to harvest these now that I'm looking close. But on our little manual here, oyster mushroom to 12 inches wide. Shell caps gray to brown. That's what we got here. Often non-existent stalk. Yeah, it's pretty much no stalk. Radiate from base to cap. Yep. White to lilac gray spore print. I don't have anything to do that with right now. And the habitat is mixed woods. Now I'm gonna go with these are oyster mushrooms, like 100%. Yeah, they're definitely oyster mushrooms. So I'm going to see what I can grab out of here, because I know these are oyster. They're not poisonous. And like I said, always check, you know. Always check. And on this whole log, there's only about, you know, like 2 oyster mushrooms. So, like I said, always check. What I'm going to do is look around this area, because there's slugs eating these, you know. If there's just these 2 mushrooms, there's no point in grabbing them. So, I mean, we'll let the slugs eat if I can't find more than 2 oysters. So, let me search the area a little more, especially around these dead logs, because these look a lot older than these freshly fallen logs. And just going to check, make sure these are the only 2. And if these are the only 2, because these are, you know, there's nothing there. If these are the only 2, I'm just going to leave them. But it's actually nice to know that I was able to find some oyster mushrooms, because I've never found them actually. And I know they're common, but I've never found them. So I'm going to search the area really quick. And this will definitely be our last find if I don't find more, because I got to get home and put the ducks and chickens in. and Tom, don't forget. So I'm gonna cut you guys off and see if I can find some more oysters. Okay guys, so we get down to this little dip, so I don't have to change the camera position. But the oyster mushrooms are there. I'm actually really happy I found them. As soon as I seen them, I was like, okay, they gotta be oysters. But I still made sure. And I gotta head home. It sucks, but if I don't, Mom's gonna be mad at me. The sun is definitely down right now, like it's, you know, below the horizon. I'm very happy with this camera. Like I said, this is probably the third time I've used it. And hey, it got used in the woods already. And my other camera really wasn't out in the woods that much. But we're definitely gonna have to come back out. And I'm gonna let the slugs eat. I couldn't find any oysters. I found a... I don't know what mushroom's that over there. I don't think it's in this manual. Yeah, I think it was a fawn mushroom is what was over there. A fawn mushroom that I found over that way, but it's all broke. So, back to the point. I'm a talker, I know. I need to shut up sometimes. I gotta get out of here. It's getting dark. Mom's gonna both be worried and be mad that the pets aren't in, but I'm gonna head out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a part 2 to this, you know, the dehydrating part and the drying part, and having them saved in jars in my closet. So, hope you guys stick around for that part. I'm actually gonna let these mushrooms soak overnight, and then tomorrow I'll do the video. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.